I'm sorry. You broke up there. What did you say?
I think he
I
told you to
said,
shut
don't you have shut up.
up. Skill issue.
Mommy milker.
I try to grab the link for Universal Plane again.
I will be sitting up so that people can see me. But I am currently eating.
Trying to figure out where my thing
live.
needs to be.
Oh yeah, you're live. Meaning I need to.
We are live.
So there I was.
Are you
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
And I was running around with a corn dog in each hand.
Until
we're-
Popo's here, my fiance is just
We're gonna wait a few more minutes to let Popo in because he said he'll be he's gonna be a few minutes late, but he should be here any minute now.
Well, at least we're starting mostly on time.
Pretty close.
Ow! Don't touch my knee, please. Ow!
Sorry.
I fell at work the other day. My knee is killing me.
I'll grab your foot instead. Josh.
For free?
I know the game's going.
I'll adjust my camera angle when I'm done with my tacos.
Great. It's the map that's got a lag all the time.
Just going around sharing out the stream.
Ow.
See how many people I can get to come in and watch.
Well, I have mine set up for you.
I have so many servers I'm in that allow me to promote in them. Just takes me a handful of minutes.
Keep saying I have notifications. Every time I close Discord, it's like notification.
So I'll leave it plugged in.
And
It's looking good.
nobody pays attention to the event in your server, Mark. So
Not unless we actually ping it.
yeah. I'm still posting the self promo there.
Hey, Silvery Barbs, as a reaction,
Yes.
is that only on my turn as a reaction, or
The way reactions work in general is not on your turn, but before your next turn, you have one reaction. That reaction is often used for an attack of opportunity, but in some cases, you can use your reaction for a spell or something similar. You get one per round, but it's when it's not your turn that you can use it.
so like if I wanted to Silvery Barbs something, would I let you think that it has succeeded all the way up until right before my turn, and then I say Silvery Barbs, and then you have to take it all back?
So hang on. So what happens is when another creature is doing something, and they roll a d20 for it. In most cases, it's usually from an attack or something like that. Because your reaction is casting time is at a reaction which you take when a creature you see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So if I roll for one of the creatures or anything like that, and I succeed, and I say that I do, you can go actually reactions Silvery Barbs, and I have to re-roll that die immediately and take a lower result. You're effectively giving a creature disadvantage on that roll.
Okay, I've heard of it before, and that's why I chose to prepare the spell, but I've never actually seen it used.
It's a really good spell, especially when you have a lot of spell slots. As a wizard, you will get a lot of spell slots, because it's one of those just constant reactions of no you.
I will subject the live stream's chat to my corn corn emotes.
Please do not.
So Silvery Barbs
Too late.
isn't an expended spell slot?
It is. Silvery Barbs is a first level spell,
Oh, okay.
so
I don't know,
it does take a spell slot to cast it.
Yeah.
But again, it is a reaction speed, so you don't cast it during your turn. You cast it during someone else's turn.
Ow. I've been deaded.
When you reach a high enough level as a wizard, you actually will be able to cast certain first level spells as cantrips.
Ooh.
I
Silvery
don't
Barbs
remember what
cantrip.
level you have to get to for that, but I do remember that it is a thing that you can do. It might be based on your school of magic. You might be restricted to of that school. And you are an evocation wizard, I believe.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you're an evoker. That's evocation, and Silvery Barbs is an enchantment spell. So you might not be able to get it as a turn into a cantrip style effect for you. But we'll see what happens. That's like a level 17 ability. You guys are nowhere near close to that.
Yeah, we got a minute.
Gonna have my character get kidnapped by paladins so I can, make a whole new character.
Why do you want to make a whole new character again?
I don't like this one. I want to go back to my other one.
I mean, we can drag Milo out of the bones.
I'll just make Milo as a level 3.
Yeah. I mean, not just that. You could always turn around and have it where Milo's just got lost.
Yes. You contemplating a change of character?
Well, my problem is when we were making this character, when we were doing this, it was one of our Baldur's Gate kicks, and I really wanted to try a paladin. So I was like, shit, do I do Milo or paladin? And because I was being indecisive, he told me I'm not allowed to play Milo. And I had to make a paladin, but now I don't like the paladin, and I just want to be my spooky boy.
You were indecisive on whether or not you want to play something new. I wasn't saying you had to play the paladin. I was saying that you should play a new character because you were indecisive about staying with the old one. If you weren't positive you want to stay with the old character, then it meant you should play a new character. It didn't matter what the new character was, it just had to be something different. Otherwise, why aren't you just playing the same character? If you really want to bring Milo back, honestly, Pebble hasn't come back yet from the from her quest to the church. You could bring Milo out right now.
Yes.
Wait,
Welcome
Pebble
back,
was the purple thing, right?
What's up?
Pebble was the purple thing.
Milo is not the purple thing. Oh,
no,
I'm
Pebble.
the purple one.
No. Yeah, the purple thing is Bella, the giant myconid. Pebble is the deep gnome paladin.
So
do I
she
have to
was the
change
purple
anything?
thing that squeezed out of my pocket when I shit myself?
No. That is Skittles. Skittles is a NPC.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to change anything on Milo? Because that's a level 6.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You basically have to rebuild the character sheet anyways. Because you have to set it to the campaign.
So what are we gonna do with Milo? Is Milo just gonna be in not Milo, Pebbles?
All right,
so
hold on.
Pebble's just gonna be an NPC now?
Probably. To be fair, Pebble doesn't know how to read and went off searching for a church. How do you think that went?
Also, can't understand the accents of the people in town.
Yep.
They're probably dead.
Not Milo. Pebble probably should not have been left alone. Now the issue is, the player isn't able to be here for every session, so their character will disappear every now and then. Milo as a character makes more sense for disappearing because I believe Milo was set to naive and constantly getting lost anyways.
Yes. Milo is naive instead of illiterate.
So now Milo's gonna have to fill out the paperwork for the fucking guild.
But that does mean we can also just retcon that it was Milo this entire time and not Pebble. This is session 3. The first few sessions of a campaign are always meant to be as fluid as possible. You can do whatever you want to change things around until the game has hit a rolling point. We are still waiting for Bobo.
Put him in the fridge.
I'm gonna start filling out stuff for Milo. I don't know how to do the first page, so.
All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to connect Milo to the quest for the Dawnstar campaign.
I already did. I just did.
Almost. So I'm going to deactivate Pebble. You're going to have to claim Milo's character at some point.
Okay. I was talking about the preferences page.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I have to open a second page so I can get everything I need off of the character sheet.
I do apologize, everybody in chat. Things are going a little bit slower than we like.
Jesus, what's taking Bobo?
Bobo's doing Bobo things.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's important. Hopefully.
Because you, the dirt, the worms inside of the dirt.
Bobo,
I'll
not
summon him.
Or call me then Purpo.
Wrong character.
What?
I started
Right.
as a wizard.
You can refresh. The preferences should be done. Remember, you're taking the 2024 rules.
Yeah. Why is it not charging? Oh no. Why is my phone not charging?
Right.
Why is my charger not working? There it is.
You should ask it.
So for those misunderstanding what's going on with Milo, Milo is the new / old character that our Pebble here will be playing instead. Lily will be playing as their old character Milo, because the character they tried to play was not fun, and that's fine. The first few sessions is always free for manipulations of your character sheets. If you did not like how it was originally, you can change things around. Hell, technically speaking, Habichu, if you want, you can still change your spell book if you want to be a little bit different. I know we had discussed that you could be taking knock as a spell, but you had not yet.
Looking for a guy named Knock.
Not that you really need to, given that Bobo's gonna shake the rest of the money out of the jar, out of the container.
Well, I could just put my cloaca right up to the hole and rot the thing out from the inside.
Yeah, that would also melt all the money inside and rust it. Yeah,
We did
Gold
get the chest
rust?
open.
it doesn't normally.
We did get the chest. We did get money out of the chest.
True. I'm gonna say no. Gold does not oxidize, but whatever the hell you're putting in there is not oxygen.
So what is the character she's switching to? Race, class?
A wizard lizard folk of the necromancy domain.
Oh.
A wizard folk, if you will. You're a lizard,
I'm trying
Harry.
to remember what I picked for proficiencies. You know what? We're gonna go. medicine.
So now we've got 3
And
squishies.
Yeah.
We got an army of squishies and a barbarian.
Well, I don't know, because Bella's not exactly squishy. Mav can be squishy, but really isn't if being played correctly. And Bobo's definitely not. So it's really just Haberchu and Milo that are going to be the squishy ones.
Oh, okay. I thought the Myconid was squishy.
No, the Myconid is not squishy. Myconid has lower HP, more than you do, but not terrible. Has a lot higher AC though.
I get my favorite spell.
T13.
Yep, you do.
Hey, I got your leg. It's squishy.
No,
You're there for the squishy.
stop.
All right.
I am the not so squishy druid.
Name is Squishy, and I will love him and name him Squishy.
I will love him, and I take it like I love him, and I'll feed him, and I'll name him George.
No, that's right. Pebble did.
Pebble did what?
Took notes.
So I'll just take notes. Pebble said, "Here, write the squiggles." And I said, "Okay." Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
My Wizard of the Coast.
If Popo does not show up in the next 5 minutes, we are going to be starting without him anyways.
Otherwise, I can't see my character sheet.
Because he said he'd be on in a minute. 30 minutes ago.
There it is. There's my favorite spell.
What is it?
Forgot it started with W. Wither and Bloom.
Oh, I thought it was Corpse Explosion.
That too. Corpse Explosion is next.
Where are all of my...
Does it go by a different name?
Reset and
Spell.
me.
No, I don't. Apparently I gotta figure out how I sign into my goddamn freaking...
What was it?
What are you looking for?
Corpse Explosion.
I'm trying to figure out how to get what account I use to sign into my D&D.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it anymore. It went by Corpse Explosion, I swear. I thought it was a cantrip.
Let me look. Spells.
It's not a cantrip.
Corpse Bomb.
What level is it?
Wouldn't you like to know? I didn't check. First level.
Fair enough. First level. I'm not seeing it on your list. Let me find out why. Homebrew is turned on.
I gotta figure out how I signed into this website, into this app.
Yeah, this first level wizard spell.
I'm trying to help, but I'm not seeing why it's not there.
Hopefully I can figure out how I signed into it on my
I
new
will look
phone.
into giving
If
it
not, I'll have my
later,
old phone.
because for right now it's not letting me.
Okay. Wait, why is Wither and Bloom not in my prepared spells?
You have to
because
choose
I
that
didn't prepare it.
you have to choose that from the spellbook itself.
Nope, not that.
Alright, so how many spells can I add? 3 cantrips, 6 spells.
Did you say I was an invoker?
Yes, you're an evoker, so you do evocation.
Oh, so I get fireball.
You will get fireball, yes. Well, as a wizard, you'll get fireball regardless. You'll just do more with it.
Oh, okay.
Fireball.
We're bringing it back. Fireball.
The wizard raises his staff
And
and chants. The party has them as long as they can.
I'm gonna turn.
I was trying to see if I could find knock. Oh yeah, I can.
Okay.
Well, is go to the campaign and click claim on the character.
Okay, we have a problem.
What's up?
I can't access any of my my character sheet or stuff like that on my phone. Every login attempt I make is treating it as a new account.
That's not good.
I have it on my old phone, but I'm not gonna have my old phone for I'm only gonna have my old phone for another few days.
I don't know how to help you there. You might have to treat it like a new login, like a new account, and then log out of that account and log into your original.
There, I claimed.
I've logged into all three, like all four options.
Let's do that. And it's not giving you access to any of the stuff.
It says I don't have a character. It's acting like it's all like a whole new thing.
Did you log? Did you originally create the account through your Twitch?
It's not recognizing my Twitch. It's not recognizing my Google or my Apple or my Gmail.
I don't know
Like,
what you use.
or my Wizard of the Coast account. I could have sworn it was my Wizard of the Coast account.
Normally it would be. I don't know. The app just might not be usable right now. Try logging in via the website on your phone. Yep, Corpse Explosion is not there. I gotta double check if I even have Corpse Explosion anymore in my thing.
Oh, it's because it's a cantrip. That's why it's not. Okay.
Is it under cantrips?
No, I was talking about something different. I was trying to figure out why Skill Touch was not in with my other stuff, and then I realized that was the cantrip I was talking about.
Fair. I'm scrolling through to see if I can find Corpse Explosion because there's a good chance that the homebrew got removed for some reason. Corpse Bomb right there.
All right, so I have 3 spells.
That's why it's locked to the Legacy class.
Ah.
Let me see if there is an updated version.
I like my Corpse Explosion.
Oh my god. Okay.
How much damage does that Corpse Bomb do normally?
What is going on here?
2d8 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful.
All right.
Okay, now it's working. What the hell?
Well, at least you got it to work.
What happened?
I sent my apple before, like the first time, and it didn't recognize that I existed.
All right, Milo, you should be able to add that spell now if you refresh.
Oh, ritual.
Hopping over to you, Habichu, I can tell you exactly what makes you being an evoker special. So by base, you get 2 additional evocation spells, which you've already picked.
Yay! Corpse bomb.
When you reach what is it? Yeah, when you reach 6th level, you get an interesting ability called Sculpt Spells. For you as an evocation wizard, you can create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocation. When you cast an evocation spell, like Fireball, that affects other creatures you can see, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level, which for Fireball is 3, so you can choose 4 creatures within it. The chosen creatures automatically save on their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half damage on a successful save. Which means you can drop Fireball in a room with people and say, you, and you don't take any damage.
So it's Fireball, but you don't set the whole room on fire.
Fireball, and I really don't care how big the room is.
Yep.
Let's see, what else is there for fun?
Now, if I were to vomit 100 gold pieces worth of copper coins at my feet and then drop a fireball in it,
one moment.
Technically, with prestidigitation, you could technically melt it.
Well, no, because the coins aren't real. Well, they are actually.
yeah, for an hour.
Oh no, we paid someone with those coins.
Yeah, you didn't notice what happened.
That's why the funds for the whole thing came up short.
Yeah, true. But we got the box open, so it's all paid for now.
But is the box real money?
Well,
Yeah,
thanks to the
they are
enchanted
real
box,
coins.
it survived, the mustard gas.
If you were to drop a fireball on the gold coins, depending on how, I might roll of cool it so you do something interesting. I might just say you melt all the coins at your feet. I was going to tell you another fun thing that you as an evocation wizard get. It's not till level 10, but you get to add at level 10 you get to add your intelligence modifier to your damage roll for evocation spells. At 14th level, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of for level 1 through 5th level that deals damage, you deal the maximum damage of the spell on your turn. The first time you do so, you suffer no adverse effects, but if you use the feature more than once before finishing a long rest, you'll take damage. And 18th level, I was wrong, it's not 17th, 18th level, is when you get the ability to choose a level 1 and a level 2 spell in your spell book to have the casting time of an action, and they essentially become cantrips.
And they don't take a spell slot whenever I use them?
Yeah. You have achieved such mastery over certain spells that you can cast them at will. Choose a level 1 and a level 2 spell in your spellbook to have a casting time of an action. You always have those spells prepared, and you can cast them at your lowest level without expending a spell slot. To cast either spell at a higher level, you must expend a spell slot. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can study your spellbook and replace one of those spells with an eligible spell at the same level from the book, which means you can rotate it out every day.
Cool.
But you get a level 1 and a level 2 spell that becomes cantrips for the duration of the day.
All right, we'll have to figure out my my health.
Yes. So you're gonna have max health for the first level. Actually, wait, did I give you guys just max health in general? I might have given you guys max health for. Yeah. So you're just gonna have max health. So for you, that's 3d6. So you're gonna have your rolled HP set to 18. You're gonna use the same
Woo!
stats you had for Pebble, though.
Hey, Russ, if
Okay.
I'm allowed to interject for a moment, cantrips are essentially spells you have limited number of uses of.
Unlimited.
Cantrips are unlimited uses of a spell, but they're usually incredibly weak.
Okay.
I mean, some of them can be used in creative ways, but
Fair enough. Carry on.
Um, Wizard subclass. Give me necromancy.
oh, excuse me.
I also have. I spent 3 hours today creating my own table for randomly generating quests for you guys. So you should never have to repeat the same quests. And they should all feel pretty unique, pretty different. If you choose to stick around for quests. I'm going to hold on to it because if you go to a different planet, you'll have to apply for a new guild card. Because your guild cards only work for this planet.
We're gonna have a collection of them by the end of this.
Yeah. Some planets do share guild cards with other planets, but that is only if they are under the same intergalactic society nobility sort of thing. So like if the same planets are under the protection of the Zephyr Federation, they'll use the same guild cards. The problem is Fjeldrof is independent and therefore does not actually technically have protection from any individual overarching federation or council. However, Fjeldrof does have protection from all of them. It's kind of important that everyone have access to the stones that make their Spelljammer ships fly. Milo, are you with, your character?
Almost.
We'll fix your equipment later.
All right.
You'll have your starting equipment. Don't forget to do your background and everything. Looks like you did your background already. Looks like your class is done. You're just doing your ability scores at the moment, I believe.
That hasn't. No, ability scores next.
Okay.
There it is. All right. So
Yeah, you're going to use the same scores you rolled for Pebble.
no, that's fine. I'm just looking at what wizards like intelligence.
Yes, wizards care about their intelligence. If you're getting hit a lot, you care about your constitution. If you're doing a lot of talking, you care about your charisma. If you're trying to avoid being hit, you want dexterity. If you run out of spell slots, you want strength. Wisdom really isn't that important to you. You can use wisdom as a dump stat.
Yay! You made it!
Hello. Shalom.
You're looking
Pebble's done.
extra bushy
Pebble's done.
tonight.
We have Milo now.
Oh, that's right. Wisdom does cover your perception and your perception and insight, which because naive, insight's not really gonna do anything.
There I am.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Popo.
Yeah, sorry. Not to give too much away, it has been a shitstorm in my house for the past hour.
Oh boy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right now we're just helping Milo come back because Lily was not having fun, did not really like playing as Pebble. So
Okay.
I just bring Milo back instead.
Okay. Pebble's dead. Got it.
Pebble's lost.
Pebble's eaten by Milo. Got it.
That is actually very possible.
What was Pebble again?
Deep Gnome. Paladin. Milo's a lizard folk. They eat anything
Yeah.
and anyone.
Oh, not that character. This one.
With that being said, we're kind of gonna retcon that Milo's been with the crew still this whole time. That way, there's no like arguments on them joining into your guild or anything. Just a little bit of retcon so that there's less confusion.
It's your circus, man. I'm just here for peanuts.
This is my circus, and these are my monkeys.
This is the person.
I'll have you know, I identify as a bald orangutan.
These are my
I
monkeys.
am just a cat.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I see what you did there. Drink.
That's not even a reference. Not even a proper reference. That's the way to keep all our viewers hydrated, though. I have nostalgia in a bottle.
Oh, little hugs.
Yeah.
I remember those little hugs and those little wax bottles full of a little bit of sugar water.
Yeah. Noting how
All right, there we go.
bushy tonight, I've taken to combing it out a little more.
Oh.
Also, curling the corners.
All right, Milo, let me know when you're all set, and we can get you moving from there.
All right. I just have to load back into D&D Beyond.
Also, we discovered this last night. If I ever need to go evil, I have underlined
the light.
I do have to add your possession.
Yes. Yes.
And then you do still get a uncommon item that you can add, that you can get for yourself, Milo.
I can do that later.
Well, actually, I know exactly which one you want.
Mind reading.
Oh wait, no, that's a incredibly rare. Never mind.
Yeah.
I forgot what level that was. You'll pick your thing later. For your uncommon magic item, and you'll pick your feat later as well. I am still going to give you your naive one right now. There you go. You're almost back up to where you used to be. All right. Now then, 41 minutes into the stream. Welcome back, everybody, to the Versatile Plane, where we will be continuing in our quest for the Dawn Star campaign. Last time we left off, our party had done a little bit of running around trying to open up their box of coins and trying to see what they could do in the interim, trying to see if they could find anybody who could translate for them, looking around some magic items, just gathering more information. Ultimately, walking around quite a bit, discovering what the Gold District consists of, going into the Bronze District deeper and finding the Colosseum, committing war crimes. Mustard gas is not fun. But
did you reset my mushrooms?
I did not.
Missing
Oh yes, I did. I did reset them because I told you that they wilted from the gas.
Oh yeah.
So yes, I did reset them.
God damn it.
With that, the party managed to get enough gold scraped together to get a translator, finally finished filling out the information that they needed to, and is simply awaiting a name for their they are simply sleeping on a name for their party and paying the gold necessary to get the new guild cards. From there, it is going to be a 1 week waiting period before the guild cards have been made. No explanation as to why. And the party can do anything they really want in the meantime after they go back to the guild. I don't know if you guys have agreed on a name yet. It seems there a few people do enjoy the name Hazard Pay.
Unless how bizarre things are getting, like I've gotten with us already, I think that's a good name.
Yeah.
Average to have choose a hazard in and of himself.
Bobo, how about you? What do you think of the name?
No, I'm good with it.
What? Michael Bay?
You will be Michael Bay in one level. No, two levels. Sorry, level 5 is when you gain access to the level 3 spell slot. Anyways, so you guys, I'll give you guys a long rest. You stayed an extra night at the Silver Lining Inn. You've already paid for it, so it's fine. That means that those of you with spells can rearrange your spell slots if you want to, or your spell book for what's prepared for the day if you want to. Otherwise, Bobo, roll me a d4, please.
Okay. That's the wrong one. That's a 3.
Roll me 4d10
4d10.
separately.
Damn. I'm just going to roll them all at once. That is a 3. A 7. A 4. And a 5.
All right. I'll even be nice and run that in reverse for you. After beating the hell out of the box all night long,
Hell yeah.
you're gonna get 1 level of exhaustion for this,
Cool.
but you fully destroy the box, leaving it in nothing but splinters and shavings, and like crackling bits of magic sparking between the wood as you destroyed something that should not be able to be broken as easily.
Okay.
And you gain 5,473 gold
Nice.
at the cost of an exhaustion.
Damn. You loaded.
It's fine.
Bitch.
Bobo might be illiterate, but it doesn't mean he can't do math. I mean, he probably can't do math, but it doesn't have to do with being illiterate.
I know what numbers are, but it's the other ones that fuck with me.
You'll just be our piggy bank.
When math starts adding letters, you just get completely lost.
It's like, well, goodbye, everybody.
All right. So I will add that into your inventory if you do not already. If you haven't already, I mean. All right. You should be well set.
Okay.
Now, the conditions of exhaustion mean that we will not be using the legacy definition, unfortunately. When you make a D20 test, D20 roll, the roll is reduced by 2 per level of exhaustion, and your speed is reduced by 5 feet per level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So for the entire day, all your rolls are at -2,
Got it.
and your speed is dropped to 25 feet, which is not bad, honestly. One level of exhaustion for mediocre drawback, not bad. If it was 3 levels of exhaustion, that'd be pretty bad. All right. With that, what would you all like to do? You do have the
Do I
ability
need
to
to
go
roll
get
for my
breakfast.
mushrooms?
That is correct. Roll me a d4 -1.
I'm building a backup character in case Bobo dies.
Well, I rolled a 4, so
Nice.
3.
You get the max of 3 mushrooms for today.
Shrooms.
You're building a backup character for Bobo.
Mm-hmm. Just in case.
I don't think Bobo can die.
Well, maybe for another campaign in the future.
Fair. There's also technically any character can die through their actions. Because if the story says that your character should not live through this, rolls don't matter as much. I'm a DM that does like to let you roll for almost everything. But if there's something that happens where even a roll won't save you, I'm not gonna have you roll.
Okay.
You can ask to roll, and in that case, it is only on a natural 20. Or on an arbitrary number I decide, like 17. But we'll worry about that some other time. With that, you all wake up. You have a lizard folk with you. They've definitely been here the whole time.
Yeah, they've been here this whole time. It's fine.
They're totally a clique. No, I'm joking. That's an old joke.
Totally cleric.
What would you guys like to do from here? You still have to go back to the guild hall at some point, and then it's whatever you want.
Well, I suggest we hit up breakfast. I suggest we go down and get some breakfast, and then we take Mr. Moneybags here and go buy our guild cards.
Fair enough. Did everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you
Sounds
guys head
fun.
on down. The Continental Bar is still open. The menu does not seem to have changed from the day prior. It still seems to just be bread, eggs, and Minotaur steak for breakfast.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna hit up the
mage
Continental
handing
breakfast this
eggs.
time.
Just eggs, eggs, eggs. Just the mage hand is just feeding me.
I feel like I saw a meme on TikTok. I feel like your character would do instantly. It was just there was a joke about how the translation to a spell to open a cave was you need to bring 2 gallons of mayonnaise. The alchemy jug is an item in Magic. Not in Magic. There's a magic item that in D&D that allows you to manifest 2 gallons of insert number of different liquids, and it has 2 gallons of every single one of those individual liquids at all times per day. Once you use it up for the day, it's gone. Mayonnaise is one of those items, and the party goes to try to get the mayo, and the dwarf is like, "You're gonna have to wait till tomorrow for that. I've already used it." What do you mean you've already used it? Well, we haven't needed it, so every day for the past 2 months before breakfast, I eat 2 gallons of mayo, and I feel like that's something Haberchu would do.
Maybe there's eggs in mayo.
That was the
Yeah.
argument. All right. Breakfast seems to go well. The eggs are over-salted, a little overcooked too. Like there's no moisture in them at all. If anybody got any of the bread, it's stale. Well, it's not stale. It's fresh, but it's overcooked. It's overbaked, so it's harder. For fine dining and a high establishment, the food does not taste as good as you would want it to taste as you would get at, say, the Blackened Boar. For good tasting slop at Blackened Boar, you have mediocre tasting delicacies at the Silver Lining.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do anything before you leave the bar, or what do you guys want to do? The world is a sandbox. Play as you please.
Before we leave, Haberchu, do you need a bathroom?
Say what? Another mushroom?
Bathroom. No, I sign bathroom. Do you need it?
Hold on, let me see if I can trust it. Nope, just wind.
There's like a solid whistle. You could almost be a bard. Hell, I'd probably allow that. If you were playing a bard, you wouldn't need if someone casts silence on you, you'd still be able to use verbal components.
But yeah, I just cut a solid 10-second egg fart.
It just smells of rotten eggs.
Oh, that's not as bad as yesterday.
Very strong sulfur smell.
It's like, all right, with that established, let's go get those guild cards and submit our name.
I'll be honest. I thought you were going to give him shrooms. That would have been awful.
I mean, if someone wants shrooms.
Bobo, are you doing anything special?
I'm just sitting there, just like making sure it's like I'm counting all the coins away.
Takes you quite some time to count and recount a couple times.
I just want to make sure it's like, how is there that much still left in this box?
Yeah. How did you not manage to shake out half of this the first time around?
Like, why did I get so little last time? How the... That doesn't make sense.
Well, the difference was before you only did it in like an hour, and now you did it in all night.
Is that?
No, I was just
like
I was just beating it all night, and
it's like one of those coin push games where it's like there's so many coins, and yet you throw in like $1 and it pushes 3 coins off. So as you guys head towards the guild hall again, bright early morning, the crystallized bioluminescence ceiling is starting to re-glow as it becomes its own artificial dawn. And so as you're heading to the guild hall, you notice the bazaar is empty today. There's no vendors at all. And there's some people walking through it, so it's not like it's a barren it's not like people have abandoned it altogether. It just seems today, for some reason today, the large opening of cobblestone work path that the bazaar has been left empty. But as you continue to the guild hall, the guild is stuffed with people today as well. It's over. There's almost too many people in there. First thing bright the morning, there's maybe 30 or 40 people in the guild hall, all talking, chatting. There's a line of like 5 people in front of the receptionist for assigning your party. People coming through in and out of the doorways, some with what looks like they're carrying large insect legs. They look kind of like ants, but the size of a whole person. And others coming in with large tusks or horns or some form of ivory. What do you guys want to do?
I would like to figure out what's going on here. I go to the front counter and ask, ask the lady at the desk, what's happening.
There is still a line of about 5 people, so you will have to wait your turn.
Okay.
it seems to be rather slow, and there is a lot of commotion and conversation going on. There isn't the other side of the desk has people coming and going with these large monster parts, dropping them on the counter, having them looked at, and then the receptionist will pick up the item, walk into the back of the guild, and roughly 5 minutes later come back with a bag of coin.
I also I also turned to Bobo. So,
Yeah.
come on, we need you to pay for all this.
I'm sorry, I've been looking at how much I have. How much do you need?
I don't remember.
It was 5 gold pieces per person, and there are 5 people in your party.
So we need 25 gold.
Okay, oh boy. Do I have smoke coming out? I feel like I have smoke coming out of my ears. Let's see, that's 1, 2,
Here.
3,
Roll me
4,
an intelligence check.
5, 6, fuck you, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll make you sit here for the whole fucking thing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Did you remember
17. Hey, squirrel. 18, 19, 20. How much was it again?
25.
25.
2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. 25 gold pieces.
I temporarily gained 25 gold.
Yes. I love this group. Anybody else doing anything in the guild hall while you're waiting?
I just got my mage hand just floating around, randomly tickling people on the back of the ear.
A couple of them you did get, and they kind of jumping at started at it. One of the larger bugbear looking fighter barbarians smacks at it, and like it dissipates for a moment before you're able to manifest it. But yeah, you're just dancing around with mage hand.
Yep, just tickling people.
Hey, quick question.
Longer
Completely unrelated. What was the name of that item you let Cole have in the last one?
The dragon flask or something like that. Hang on. 1 sec.
That ain't it.
I believe it was an awakened dragon vessel.
Vessel. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, you had the awakened dragon vessel.
Wow, nothing shows up with that name.
Just look dragon vessel. Make sure you have magic items turned on so you can look for it.
Yeah, it's not on there. I'm outside of a session, so it's probably not going to give it to me.
Fair. You also might not have access to it based on the book that's from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Milo, are you doing anything right now?
I'm going to listen to people's conversations because I'm nosy. And if I hear ones that sound really interesting, I'm going to start walking towards people because anybody can be a friend if you just, walk up to them.
Strangers are just friends you haven't abused yet.
Exactly.
Roll for a. You're just listening broadly at the moment?
Kind of. For if I hear something out of context.
All right.
And it sounds interesting.
If you're just listening about relatively broadly, roll perception.
Oh no. My one weakness.
No, that's insight.
9.
All right. You hear conversations on like the swarm that's coming. There's something about the hordes are approaching. You hear something about how someone had a really good haul the night before. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It seems that there's a lot of talk about agriculture. At least that's all you can make out, because people won't stop talking about their melons. But nothing. There's not a lot of cohesiveness to anyone's conversations, and nothing really sticks out as interesting enough to you. It's all boring. With that, at about that time,
Rare.
Bella, you're finally able to get up to the desk.
Okay.
Hi, how may I help you today?
I would like to pay for my party's guild cards and submit our name.
Yes. Did you have that already filed with us? And if so, did you have a temporary name it was under?
Did we have a what was our temporary name? Player session notes.
That's the one thing I didn't write down.
I believe so. Yep. I don't believe I'm a
I think we just went by ship name or something.
Damn it, Knight, you need to make me a mod. Can't block the spam bots.
I think we just made it a ship name.
Well, whatever name it was, I say that.
All right, yeah. So you guys made it the Tranquility.
Okay. It's like it was
Nailed
filed under the Tranquility.
Yes. Let me look for that right now. As she starts like sifting through this Rolodex on her table, comes across a card with a number on it, gets up and walks into the back, and at first you think that she's just like left, because like 10 minutes go by before she finally comes back out with a stack of paper and sets it down. Yes, I believe there was one member of your party that still needed to finish an aptitude test.
Hey, that would be Milo.
Simply have them stand over in the back room area off to the side where you guys had done before, and a appraiser will be with you shortly. Aside from that, I can take your payment right now. Do you have a name? Do you have an appropriate name for your guild now? For
Hazard
your
pay.
party? Interesting name. I will have that marked down for you. Is there a specific language you would prefer it written in?
Oh, no, you turn it off.
Common would probably be the best for the whole party.
Understandable. And she seems to write down a note with the paperwork, pulls out this very large metal bar, and slams it down the table to staple all of the paperwork together. And there is an incredibly loud chunk sound as it goes in. Do you hand her the coins?
Yes.
All right.
I hand her the 25 gold.
Well, thank you so much. If you return in approximately 1 week's time, your guild cards should be ready by then. If not, we will attempt to send a courier out to you when they are ready, or if there is any delay.
All right. And one question: what's going on here today?
Oh, it is the beginning of the month. This is the time when the quests get refreshed and renewed. So many adventurers will come in to try to get first dibs on quests and complete them as quickly as possible, so they don't have to fill in any absent fees for not completing a quest this month.
All right.
So do try to complete at least one quest this month in order to not suffer any penalties from the guild. We prefer it that way, where if you benefit from the guild's membership, then it is best that the guild benefits from your membership.
Like, do we need our cards in order to take a quest, or do we need to wait for that?
Yes, you will need your cards before you can be approved for any of your any quests going forward. The guild cards also dictate your rank, as well as what quests you as a party are capable of encountering.
All right.
Are there any other questions?
Not at this moment.
Then I have a wonderful day. Next,
You too.
she kind of just tries to get the next person to come up.
Like, I go to snag Milo.
You find Milo just kind of like wandering around, glancing around, trying to listen in at people.
It's like, all right, it's time for you to take your aptitude test.
People keep talking about melons.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if I missed something, or people just really like their fruits here.
Could be anything to me. Bro, you need to go over there.
What do I need to do?
You need to go over
Okay.
there, and they're going to do an aptitude test so that they can properly classify you with the rest of us in the guild.
Okie dokie.
You head over to this back room area. There seems to be a line of about 4 people still. Some of them complaining that having to take an additional test on top of the paperwork is bullshit. Why can't the guild just believe what you've written down? This is stupid that they don't trust you. And similar nonsense from just your everyday Karen. After about 2 more people go through, there seems to be a loud commotion coming from inside the hall, where there are a couple tables set up and people have been sitting down, as a lot of people try to stand up and move off their benches, knocking over and falling off of them, as for whatever reason their boots or sandals or anything seem to have all been laced together with each other.
That's not how you tie shoes.
There just seems to be a loud commotion of people just yelling at each other and arguing and fighting. And an actual fight starts to break out between a handful of the adventurers.
Is there anyone taking bets?
It seems to be like an all a no holds bar or brawl sort of thing. Someone's grabbing a chair and trying to use it as a bat. Another person is starting to manifest magic in their hands. Bobo, are you doing anything during this time? Fight seems to have broken out from something you can only assume is from a mischievous chaos gremlin.
Okay, so fight. What do I do in this situation? I joined the fight.
Of course you do.
Do you start with one of your weapons, or do you use something as an improvised weapon?
Well, if Pebbles was here, I'd use an improvised weapon. But what do I have directly around me?
There does seem to be a few shorter species people. There's like a halfling and a gnome, and there's even a fairy nearby. There are some chairs. There's a table leg. One of the tables seems to have been knocked over and is already starting to be broken. There's a sconce that you can reach if you take a few steps over to the side.
So are the chairs within reach?
Yes,
Okay, then I grab one of the chairs.
Chair! Give him the chair!
perfectly fine. You've picked up a chair and you're holding it by the back of the chair with the legs all out. It's kind of a rounder chair with a very thin back to it. Looks more like
Okay.
a stool than a chair.
So, okay, I have the stool chair. And what am I aiming for?
The nearest person to you is like right next to you. Well, there are the people that are right next to you, as I said before. The ones who started the fight are maybe 10 feet in front of you.
Okay. So I was checked out. Which one started the fight?
It's hard to tell. There seems to be like 5 or 6 people all with like at each other's throats and tied together at their feet.
Okay.
There seems to have been an issue where, as they stood up, their boot laces were all tied together, causing them to knock over, and that's how the fight started.
Okay. Well, in that case, I aim for center mass.
All right, make an attack. So this would be an improvised weapon, which means that you would make a basic attack plus your strength modifier at disadvantage.
Okay, so basic attack. Would that be unarmed?
Well, no, yeah, sure. Unarmed actually is a little bit easier for the roll itself. It's effectively has the same modifier, so you'll get the same +6 to your unarmed strike.
Yeah.
But you won't have that damage.
Okay. So for that,
And it will be at disadvantage.
it's a
And
disadvantage.
And it is -2 because you're exhausted.
Okay. So at disadvantage, so let me roll just to be sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go to a 6 to hit.
All
You
right.
have 8.
You're used to having a great sword or an axe or a great axe or an axe or a sword in your hand, something with a handle and lacing, like a proper leather or cord grip. This is not that. This is lacquer wood, and as you go to swing it, it slides right out of your hand, and it goes barreling between the people at the table, hitting smack dab on the forehead of someone who looks to be employed by the guild. They're wearing the same uniform, but they are they themselves seem to be of an Azamar species. So they look like a very tall, broad-shouldered, bald man with big white feathery wings on their back. And it hits him smack dab on the forehead and falls to the ground.
God damn it.
At
Real
that
sorry.
moment, I'm gonna vomit
Oh,
was
no,
like-
you froze.
No, I just want to be like,
100
no.
gold points of the fray.
hey, real sorry about that. I was aiming for the
You
group
gotta do
over
that
here.
all over.
Could I have that back?
Havertue, we don't know. We gotta do that all over again.
With that, Habichu throws the coins up in the air. Bobo is asking for his chair back. Milo's finally able to go and get his get their aptitude test done, and you all hear what sounds like a church bell, just ding, ding, ding. Everyone make a. Actually, what is that spell? Hang on. 1 second. A wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Except for Milo.
Oh
14.
no!
Cool.
That's a 4.
I rolled a 9. I'm the wisdom character.
14 for me.
You all fail.
I rolled a
Oh.
12.
Oh no!
You are all paralyzed and held in place. Everyone in the guild is held in place from hold person. A 9th level hold person dual casted. With that, you hear this very gruff voice come from the Asmar. That is enough fighting in my guild. The next person to even raise a weapon will be thrown out by my hand and never allowed back. Do I make myself clear? As his voice booms through the guild.
So could I get the stool back?
Well, if we're frozen, at this moment, I want my mage hand to find the biggest, angriest person and flick him right on the ear, not the guild master.
The second biggest and angriest person.
Please don't get us
You
thrown out.
Guild Papa's angry.
Now, they can't tell that it's my mage hand, right?
No, they wouldn't be able to tell whose it is, just that someone is. But give me a moment.
Guild Papa's angry.
Well, actually, no, I don't want to flick their ear because that would be an attack. I want to get someone right in the corner of the mouth, just enough to get the fingertip wet, and then right in their ear.
No.
Does
Magical
psychic
wet
damage
willy.
count?
No.
I can't believe that Mage Hand is not a concentration spell.
That's why I chose it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It does feel difficult to manipulate because you are yourself paralyzed, and it is difficult to move your own body, less move a phantom limb out about. But you do manage to kind of like not give someone a wet willy as much as like brush the side of their neck. And you know what? Roll me a insight check.
Insight.
Oh no.
6.
All right. You just picked the closest person to where your mage hand was originally, and you brush the side of the neck of a dwarf, it looks like, or dwergar, really, and in full plate armor, who is holding a battle axe, as they start to scream and yelp that there's something on them. They can't move, but they're screaming and yelping that there's something on them.
And I dispel the mage hand immediately before anyone can even look.
With that, the guildmaster, with this sigh of just exasperation, waves his hand, and you're all able to move again.
Whew.
I know everyone is in high spirits. It is the beginning of the month. I know that there is an event coming just around the corner for the Day of the Dead. I understand we are all on a little bit of an edge. But please show some decorum. As he kind of waves one of his wings around his own body and disappears as feathers float down to the ground.
He seems nice.
Is anyone scrambling for the gold?
They're all still a little dazed from what just happened there because some of them were not participating in the fight and still got caught up in the hold person.
Like me?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I didn't either.
Did I not get hit by it?
You did not, because you were out in a different room.
Okay.
You were getting your aptitude test taken care of. But there was
Did I
nobody.
pass?
There's nobody in the room with you for your aptitude test. As far as the rest of you who had just been in hold person, your fingers and bones and just arms in general have that staticky feeling of when they've fallen asleep. Everything feels numb.
I don't entirely know how my biology works, so I'm gonna take a guess at what that feels like.
Well, your biology is still very bone structure and humanoid, but instead of muscle, you have plant fiber. You'll still have a bone structure.
Okay.
For you,
I was
it's
hoping
just
for some betting action.
Everyone starts grumbling, getting to their feet, and starts like grabbing their stuff and start heading out the door. A few people will do eye the coins and try to pick up a few of them as they're going by, but in the chaos, it's hard to tell whose money it was, and if you piss off the wrong adventurer, that could be your head on the next block.
Well, after all that chaos, I am going to go track down my teammates.
With that, Milo, as you're standing in this room where there seems to be a large orb, a tall, bald, feather individual just kind of appears behind you.
Oh, cool.
Well, now you get to
Hello.
meet the other guy.
I'm just gonna skim through the aptitude test because I didn't run it through for anybody else. Basically, you put your hand on the orb, you cast a spell to identify you, and gets a rundown of your class and abilities, and just double checks that against the paperwork that you had put in, makes any corrections that are necessary, and sends you on your way.
Okay.
That's about all you need, and you leave the back room to find that the guild hall has been what was about 30-40 people is now about 15 people now,
Okay.
including the party.
I'm gonna tell the bald feathered man bye and thank you.
He just
His
nods
best
at
manners.
you and proceeds to wave in the next person.
Okay, bye.
Bella, you were going to search for your compatriots?
Yes.
Well, it's very easy to find them as the room has cleared out for the most part, and it's not that hard to find your giant Goliath friend and your dragonborn pal.
I would like to smack Bobo for stupidly throwing a chair.
Rolled a hit.
It's harder to find the short lizard folk.
Okay, what am I rolling, a d20 or what am?
Well, if you're using an unarmed strike in your attacks, you just roll. You click the plus, the +2 next to your unarmed strike.
Okay.
While she's drawing back, Herbertu's just going to look at her and say, "Do you remember that the next person that throws us a punch in here is going to get tossed out?"
This is really just like a smack upside the head.
You, unfortunately, do not connect. There's still this bit of tangle in your limbs from the paralyzation as you go to swing at Bobo, and just you're not close enough to even hit him.
Not just like, or even like better yet, swing. Hey, a copper piece.
Well, look, a gold. Yeah, sort of thing.
It's like, is my point still am I still getting my point across?
No.
I stand back up. Did somebody open a window? I felt a breeze.
It's like, you are an idiot.
And you are
Did I miss
very
a party?
observant for a mushroom.
What was that, Milo?
Did I miss a party?
You've all known me for 3 years. Why? What is with the What is with the mushroom racism?
That's racist.
What is with the mushroom prejudice?
That's prejudice.
That's prejudiced.
All right. You guys have done everything you need to right now for the for the guild. Anything else you want to do?
Well, I
mean,
guess
if anything,
I guess we could go explore.
Maybe genocist or I don't know, spacist. I don't know about racist.
Not anymore. That's when you like the Indy 500 over NASCAR.
I mean, soapbox derby all the way, but yeah, you do you.
It's like, well, I don't know about all of you, but since we got nothing better to do, I'm gonna go look around.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go
That
find
sounds
my,
fun.
The general goods store.
I'm gonna go find my chair.
Bobo, you find your chair at the other end of the table as a few of the employees of the guild are trying to like clean up the mess and fix the tables. A couple of the adventurers that were still there are trying to help clean up as well.
I'll just go pick up the chair. Yeah, I'll put this back where I found it.
As you're walking with it, it slips out of your hand again and drops on your foot.
What the hell did you wax this thing with? Grab hand on the seat. Oh, the seat is sticky. Why is the seat sticky?
Oh no!
Why is the back slippery and the seat sticky?
Why is the back slippery and the seat sticky?
And you don't want no thing in that last.
Fuck it. Why don't you move the chair? I ain't touching that shit.
That's why Loxodon aren't allowed to sit in the chairs here.
Why? What'd he do?
Just big and sweaty.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
So Bella, you're taking off to go find a random shop. It sounds like Habichu, you're going to try to find a general store. Milo, what are you trying to do?
I kind of want to wander around the town.
You just wander.
Kinda.
All right.
I don't know what I want to find yet, but it'll be awesome.
I see.
All right.
Can I like if I see if I see Milo wandering away, I would like to choose to take their arm and just pull them with me so they don't get lost.
Well, you were taken off first, so you're on your own at this point. It was your decision to go go explore the shops first.
Well then, Milo, you're on your own.
just by order of who said they want to do what is the order I'm going with people going to do the things.
At least I can read.
We'll start with Habichu. You wander for a bit. The writing's difficult to make out sometimes, either because it's an undercommon or because your eyes aren't great and the common looks like undercommon. You getting eaten by mosquitoes out there, bud?
Yeah, my kids brought some plants for the garden. My wife spent almost $1,200 on plants for the garden so she can kill them slowly. But when they were bringing them in, they were just letting all these mosquitoes in.
That sucks. That's awful. You should make a mosquito fly trap if you can.
But I got this thing.
Oh, fair. That works too. Anyways, as you're wandering around, it takes you some time, but you finally come across what kind of looks like a general store. At the very least, it looks like it might be, like a hardware store to a point. There doesn't really seem to be a lot of people walking in and out of it. It's got pipes. It's got wood planks in it. There seems to be some fishing gear, but you haven't seen any water in the mountains so far, so you're not sure where people go fishing. It's got generally a lot of items, but not everything. Was there something you were looking for specific?
Do they have catapult ammunition?
No, they do not. You would have to find an armory of some kind, or more specifically, a siege warfare shop.
Do they have steel traps?
Like bear traps.
Yes.
There seems to be a listing for different forms of traps. You've got spring traps, you've got rope traps, you got even a pitfall kit with shovels and spikes and everything. There doesn't seem to be anything fully made up to be a bear trap or a steel trap, but it looks like there does have the components necessary to build your own if you are inclined to do so.
I'm no tinker. Damn it. Rope?
They do have rope. They have lots of rope. They have silk rope, hemp rope, magical escape rope. They've got chains and yarn and string. Basically anything that they've got some soft rope too, if you really want that.
Thin, strong hemp rope.
Yes, they do have hemp rope. They sell them in bundles of 50 feet.
Okay, 50 feet of that. How much is that?
That is going to run you. Just a gold piece for 50 feet, but it does weigh 10 pounds.
Okay. So I want that nice, strong 50 feet of hemp rope and this is a hardware store?
More or less, yeah. They seem to have some other generalized items, but it seems they focus towards hardware and crafting items.
Crafting. Nope, I guess the rope is all I'm going to take for now.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Understood.
do they have sacks?
They have
Not in public.
They seem to have a couple sacks, in varying sizes, mostly along the sides of leather pouches. There's a burlap sack that doesn't look like it's up for sale as much as it's up for storing or decoration or something.
Mm.
But if you talk to the shopkeep, he might be convinced to let go of it for the right price.
Well, I'll give you a gold piece for that sack.
Which one? Oh,
The
that
big
one up
one.
there. Yeah. And that's all you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let me get one of my my lackeys. I'll have him get it down for you. And I'll give you the sack for gold.
Okay, so I got my rope, got the sack, put the rope in the sack, put the thing in my backpack. Good for now.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, this little half elf boy looks no bigger than a twig, comes trotting down these stairs from whatever is above the shop, and pulls out like a broom and starts smacking at the sack to get it down off the wall, and then hands it to you.
I'm concerned about why you need this sack or some rope.
Well, let's just say catapult ammunition is not going to be cheap anymore.
Oh no.
He's working on it though. And how many gold coins did I get?
Bless you.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Bella, you were wandering around looking for shops in general?
Just trying to get a lay of the land. Seeing what I can find.
As you're walking around, the bazaar not having any booths in it is a little jarring because it just feels like this big open cobblestone like pathway area, just a big circle of cobblestone, and it just feels way too open, even with a few other people walking through it. You get a clear sight of the ceiling with the stalactites and how the bioluminescence crawls over it. as you walk around, you do see a couple more shops. Most of them have their doors shut. Most of them seem to be blacksmiths or armorers or toolsmiths. In some cases, there seems to be specialized magic item sellers, but they all seem to have their doors shut to just closed. There's no time. There's no times of operation on their doors. It seems.
Hmm.
Walking through, you do seem to notice that there's an herbalist shop, and that's the only one that really catches your eye.
I go into the herbalist shop.
Right. Sorry, Habitshu is being chaotic. I'll get back to that. Sorry. You walk into this herbalist shop and you notice that there seems to be a whole lot of potted plants, most of which seem to have some form of like leafy green vegetable. It's got like a little bit of a reddish purple tint to it as well. And there doesn't seem to be enough lighting in here for proper plant care. It seems very dim, dark in here, and yet the plants seem to thrive and flourish. You do notice some mogwort, some bone cap mushrooms and whatnot, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything really all that interesting for plants. Your basic medicinal herbs. Anything you want to do from there?
I could ask the plants how they're growing in a place so dark.
You could.
I would like to do that.
All right. So you're using your magic item for that, or are you casting a spell for that?
I'm gonna use my magic item.
And you're casting Speak with Plants?
Yeah.
All right. So the plants within 30 feet of you, which there are quite a number of them, now have a limited form of sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed weather and other circumstances. You can also turn difficult terrain caused by the plant growth, such as thick as undergrowth, into ordinary terrain that lasts for the duration. Or you can turn ordinary terrain where the plants are present into difficult terrain for the duration. Plants might be able to perform other tasks on your behalf at the DM's discretion. The spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves and move about, but they can freely move branches, tendrils, and stalks. If the plant creature is in the area, you can communicate with it as if you shared a common language, but you gain no ability to influence them, and the spell can cause the plants created by the entangled spell to release a restrained creature. So yeah, you are able to communicate with them, though their communication is limited.
Okay. I inquire, I ask them how they're growing. Growing, what's going on here, and
The light grows all.
It's like this, like the crystal lights.
Not the crystals. The light from the mage.
The mage. Seen any interesting characters, anything of note in the last day?
The bones. The bones come sometimes.
Like, what are the bones? Who are they?
The bones. They walk amongst us. They speak sometimes. But not today.
Intriguing. Well, thank you for your information.
Welcome. Anything else you want to do with that information?
Hmm. I'm not really curious about what they're talking about. I don't think I'm going to get a whole lot out of them further beyond that. I approach the counter.
You see a human druid with very large, curly red hair, incredibly large, like very thick glasses, and just beads and tie-dye shirt all on. Very, she smells kind of like a skunk. It's very pungent.
Well, I've smelled worse recently. Much
Yes.
worse.
You have smelled
A skunk might as well be a breath of fresh air. I figured that out. Excuse me.
Yes, what can I do for you?
It's like, well, I was just speaking to your plants and I have some questions.
All are welcome here.
It's like they mentioned something about bones. Bones,
Yeah, we all have bones.
No, I mean like they mentioned like the bones coming into the shop. It sounded kind of ominous, like they're not here. Here
Oh,
now.
yeah. Nah. Today's Tuesday. I won't be here for a few more days.
Like, what do you mean?
That's when they come in through the door. I like to leave my shop open so they know they're welcome here too. You know, bones were people once.
Okay.
Can I offer you some, like, would you like to uh what was I saying?
I think you were offering me to buy something.
Oh yeah. Right. Um would you be interested in purchasing some Dream Lily? It definitely makes your day better.
Well, I don't know, but how much?
How much you want?
Well, I currently have 2 gold.
Oh, 2 gold. Yeah, I could get you like 2 bags worth. 2 they're best when used like a tea. They're a lot of fun.
Well, I don't anticipate using them myself, but they could be handy to have just in case. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll take 1.
Okay, yeah. Nah, that's fun. That's good. I gotta find where I left my stash. And she just kind of goes behind this beaded curtain and disappears for like 30 minutes. In the meantime, Bobo,
Yes.
are you doing anything since you got your chair back?
Oh no, I left that on the floor. Remember, it was all sticky
yeah.
and weird and slippery.
True.
think I just wandered outside.
Just wandering outside.
Just wandering around outside, trying to wonder where everybody went.
Thwart my plans.
No.
I
I don't touch plants.
Fair. You don't see any of your companions. They've all just kind of gone about.
Oh, cool. We get to start this again, and I just wander off in a random direction.
All right, we'll come back to you on that then. You're gonna wander for a little while. You're gonna keep coming back like in circles for some reason. Just keep wandering around the edge of the bazaar and realize you're going in circles, so you go around and
That's
you start
like-
going the opposite
That's
direction.
like, okay, so going that way and making 4 lefts was not a good idea. So we're going to go back the way I came from and make 4 rights instead.
Exactly. About 30 to 40 minutes of that, and you manage to find your way to the Blackened Boar somehow. And there's
Hey, I remember this place.
there's already drink. It's maybe 10 a.m. right at this point, and they're already loud, rowdy, and drinking.
My people.
Boy,
You
what
can hear
shenanigans are happening
a
today?
group of bards inside playing something rather upbeat and like very it's a very catchy tune that has a lot of trumpets and piano to it, and it just makes your foot want to tap but not really dance either.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't know how to describe jazz. They're playing jazz.
I thought you were trying to say thunderstruck.
No. You like jazz? But you kind of get welcomed in as someone seems to have recognized you. You have no idea who they are, but they seem to have recognized you and offer to buy you a pint.
Fuck.
Oh, I mean, if you're offering. I
And the
might
drinks-
say no to that.
A few people try to challenge you to an arm wrestling contest.
Okay.
It's really no contest because most of them are way weaker than they look, which is sad to say. You came to believe that dwarves have like a hidden strength in them. They might be small, but they're really brawny. Not these ones apparently.
Well, in hindsight, to be fair, they got such short arms. I definitely have the advantage in leverage.
Yes. You'll every time someone loses an arm wrestling to you, you get another drink.
Yay!
Um,
Oh no.
and we'll come back to you.
Yay.
Milo, as you're wandering around, you find some back alley. It is kind of dingy and dismal. There's trash out in cans that's like overflowing out of the trash cans. It smells a little bit like urine. And there seems to be a crystal next to an awning that's flickering as if the magic in it's not fully working. And you just and there's a sign on it that it says Madame Depot.
Let's go visit this bitch. Because,
Not
you know,
scary at all.
You open the door and it's very dark in this room, very dim light, flickering magic crystals of light that don't seem to have their magic fully attuned to them, as if they were made secondhand and bought just as well. There's a blue sort of aesthetic between the curtains and the carpets, and there's this glow coming from a back room behind a couple of the curtains. The rest of the front room seems to be covered in different bones and antlers and crystals.
I'm gonna look at the bones and the crystals because shiny.
Right.
Um,
They seem to be of beasts that you've never seen before. Some large bovine, it seems to be, with very large horns going out on either side of it, the skull. Antlers that are so thick they look like baseball gloves. Little, what seem to be like little rat faces, little rat heads, but with massive teeth.
Mega rats.
I wonder where those came from.
You also see a pristine, like, human skull. The bottom jaw dislocated from it, so it's separated.
Could have used that a while ago. No, wait. If the jaw was dislocated.
The jaw is not attached to the skull. They're just two separate
Yeah.
pieces in near pristine condition.
I realized what I said after I said it. So I kind of want to see if what's my laptop unplugged? I kind of wanted to see if the crystals were actually just shiny rock or if they were for, like, I don't know how to describe it, like magic. I guess everything in the shop's magic, but I wanted to,
Most of the crystals seem relatively mundane. They don't really seem to show much. They're not really set to attune to magic in any way.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out why my laptop's not charging. There we go. Sorry. I guess I'll see what else there is. Maybe if there's any scrolls or spells or whatnot.
There doesn't really seem to be anything in this front room that resembles that of scrolls. Just lots of crystals, some beads, little ornate figurines made out of what look like just regular limestone. Some of the crystals seem to be like in the shape of a mushroom.
Okay. You said there was a backish room.
Yeah, there seems to be light coming from this back room behind some curtains.
So I can go towards the back room and kind of knock on a wall, just because I don't know if I'm allowed back there.
You'll hear
I don't know if that makes sense.
You'll hear a woman's voice go, "Yes, I've been expecting you. Please come in."
Okay.
Sounds nice.
With that, I'll just kind of walk over.
Sure, why not?
You see an elven, a drow woman with this purple lacy outfit, very sheer fabric, but enough covering so that nothing is really revealed. Her skin showing through from her shoulders and her midriff, and this bandana sort of headdress on her as she sits at a table with runes, dice, a deck of cards, and a crystal ball sitting in the center. Please,
I like
come,
all your
take a
shinies.
sit. Take a seat.
I'll sit down at the table with her.
She waves a hand over her little crystal ball, and it starts to shift in colors and make the room glow brighter. You can tell that the glow that came from the room before was from the crystal ball itself. The color shifting from a light white hue to that of a blue and then a green. I see you come not of this world, from elsewhere, somewhere deeper, darker, off the edges of the seven skies.
No, not elsewhere. Morrowind.
Yes. I grew up in Desdemona.
Yes, I can see.
My dad's adopted me.
Your family is not one that you were born into. I can see that as well. I see that you also know not your way right now. You wander, seeking something that you don't quite know. Tell me, child, what is it you wish for?
Um, I never really thought about it.
Well, when you do, come back to us. Next.
I can see your past and your future, and it is blank.
It's like, I see your past, your future, it is blank. Bitch, did you not fill out the questionnaire?
I see.
There was a questionnaire?
It was at the door. Why does no one fill out the questionnaire?
I see great struggle in your future. Hold person.
No, that already happened.
Yeah. I meant past.
I guess I was kind of wanted to know where I was from. Yeah, that's a good answer.
A question cloaked in as much mystery and diversity as the answer itself. One that you will have to search deep inside yourself to find any clue towards the answer. But one thing that is clear is that you are not yet done on your journey, and you must continue to grow before you can find what you seek.
Captain says I'm not going to get any taller.
This is likely to be true. Would you like to test your to take a look at your luck, my child?
Are you feeling lucky, punk?
Sure.
Well,
She picks up a deck of cards off the table that have an ornate golden back to them and fans it out in front of you.
How the fuck did I get a dash cam?
Any card, whichever one your heart leans towards. Damn. That's not a webcam.
It's a dash cam. Honey?
Where's my super suit?
Why do we have a dash cam?
In the closet.
Well, here's the funny thing. Of the two of us, one of us has been in 3 fender benders in as many years. and it ain't me.
Maybe you need that dash cam.
Why is it in the closet, not in the car?
Milo, do you pick a card or what do you want to do?
I will pick a card.
Roll
I'm gonna
percentile.
pick. 34.
All right. As you grab the card with your hand, a surge of magic cracks through the air as the card continues to pull itself out of the deck. By simply touching it and choosing it was enough to draw the card. As it pulls itself out, floats up in the middle of the table and spins slowly. And you see this ornate image of a cave with crystals and gemstones and mine shaft all throughout it. As the card spins 3 times and vanishes, as crystals and gems start to spawn where it came from, clattering to the ground, clattering to the table.
Ooh.
Chinese.
Approximately 7,000 gold pieces worth of gems and precious ore clatter to the table.
Bam!
You, my child, seem to be one gifted with luck, born into it, and one that the fates seem to favor. Would you care to make a deal, my child?
Sure.
You leave these gems with me, and I shall add them to my collection, and I will gift to you the deck itself that has granted you this luck.
I don't know, it's the deck of many things.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, y'all want to take a guess as to their intelligence?
Not very high. Well, and incredibly high, actually.
Yeah,
Their
no,
wisdom is
that's the
incredibly
problem.
Their wisdom is incredibly low. They have no insight. They have negative insight.
What's insight?
It's like outside, but the other, you know.
Looking in the window?
She takes the deck and places it inside of a little wooden box, handing you the box and scoops the gems into a bag. If you'll excuse me, I have some matters to attend to. And she runs out the door. You may add the
Okay,
deck
bye.
of many,
Thank you.
you may add the deck of many more things to your inventory.
Oh,
and
no.
in player session notes, you can mark off the mines.
Right.
I just want to point out to everyone watching, this whole campaign takes place several years after the campaign we had to cut short. Bella and Milo both having joined that crew.
My joining of that is not canon.
That's not canon? Okay, but Milo was there. In that run, they had the deck of many more things. They just fucking got it back.
Yes.
Maybe that was the motivation.
I didn't mean to.
Instead of taking the money.
And the best part is, this is the exact same method in which they got it the first time. To the letter.
Now, every time we get back on the ship, they're just going to be sitting in the corner pulling their deck.
They're going to be reaching
I'll
for
let
their
you
deck
pull
any
it.
chance they get.
I don't want to pull your deck.
But you get things out of it.
Barely have enough time of the day to pull my own. Sit around pulling on someone else's.
I mean, I could pull yours if you pull mine.
Blasphemy. You don't ever touch another man's deck.
We are a bunch of degenerates.
With that, I would like to jump back to Haberchu for a moment, as Haberchu had a question for the shopkeep that he was with.
Yes. How much for that?
For what?
That.
That one.
The shovels?
No. The thingy that got the sack off the wall.
My apprentice?
Yes, that thing.
His name is David, and I'm not sure I understand the question.
How much for it?
Are you looking to hire him for a period of time?
Yes, I'll pet him and love him and feed him. I'll even teach him some cantrips.
I'm going to have to say that he's not for hire.
No, I want to keep him.
He's absolutely not for sale, if that's what you're asking.
No. But if you were going to sell him, how much would you want?
I'm calling the police.
Okay, between you and me, 300 gold, the boy's not very good at anything.
Poor apprentice.
I would
I
never
know
sell my
someone
apprentice.
who has that kind of money. If you hold on, I'll go talk to him because I think he wouldn't mind a pet.
Especially not in my current state.
I'm not sure I should continue talking to you in the first place.
300 is good, right? Well, I'll be back.
Oh, okay. What have I gotten myself into?
And now Haberchu's going to go
What have you
looking
gotten
for.
David into?
Mr. Moneybags.
We might have found our fart buckle.
Well, you're the fart. I'll be the buckle.
Well, if we have anything to say about it, yes, we did.
All right.
Are we about to
That's
like
what
That's what I
buy
was worried
slaves?
about. So, I'd say a couple hours pass by at this point. Milo, you managed to find your way back to the bazaar. It was not an easy trek. Haberchu, similarly, you
But I
managed
can
to
read this time.
True, you can read. I don't know if you have undercommon as a as one of your
I do.
Oh, then you don't have an issue finding your way back to the bazaar. Haberchu, you kind of wander around. You eventually find the clearing where the bazaar was. So it's just more or less an empty area with a couple people standing around it. You see your lizard folk friends standing there too. Bella, do you go back to the Silver Lining or do you go to the Blackened Boar Inn?
I'm gonna go to town square first.
All right. Then the three of you meet back up in the bazaar area,
And I
The-
now have that bag of,
the town central area.
and I now have that bag of
Ah, yes. Let me add that to your inventory. You have
I'll subtract the
one
gold.
one bit of Dream Lily.
Just in case.
Yes. Make sure you read up on that at some point.
I turn to the mushroom. Where's the big one?
Like, knowing him, probably drunk.
Even better. Where's the big one? A mage
Can there-
hand's just scratching.
There be any sound of people getting thrown through the fucking door?
Oh, you know what's funny? Milo also has sign language.
You and I can communicate with Haberchu.
What, Bobo?
Yay!
I was like, Is there like while they're all looking for me? Could there be like anyone getting thrown through the door? I was like, sorry, I had to sneeze.
When they start looking for you, yes. Right now they're
Yeah.
just talking about it.
Oh, okay.
They have to pick a direction first.
I have to fix my languages at some point. I've common twice.
What? No, you don't.
We could have used you last
It says it
campaign.
on my
You're
side.
running around trying to find someone who
You have
spoke common.
common sign language and undercommon.
Oh. I was testing you.
And you failed.
So my mage hand is right in front of the mushroom. Where's the big one?
You know,
So
to the
I'm
tallest
assuming
person in the
he's-
group.
I'm assuming he's getting drunk somewhere, so we should go check out the bars.
We can go back to the other bar we went to, not the snooty one.
Like, the Blackened Boar is closer.
As you guys start heading down the street towards the Blackened Boar, you do hear a commotion of some kind as glass breaks yet again, and a dwarf gets thrown through the wall, through the window, and kind of tumbles out into the street, pops back up and dusts himself off, and runs right back into the bar.
I think we found the right place.
Going in to the bar, you see Bobo arm wrestling a line of people about 15 drinks deep.
I feel like we've seen this before.
There seems to be a little kobold running around gathering bets from people with a similar wooden box.
So, do we drag him out of here, or do we wait, or do we wait and see see how much money he's gonna get out of this?
You just hear from the little kobold, "Who's up next to fight Bobo the Brute?"
And I'm like over there. Hey, can I fight him? He sounds tough.
I didn't know Bobo had a last name.
That's not a last name, that's a title.
Oh, I knew that.
You see you have a Loxodon kind of trud up to you, pushing tables and chairs out of the way as it sits down on this little stool, and you hear the wood creak and strain under its weight. For those who don't know, a Loxodon is an elephant species. As it throws its trunk up to in a position for arm wrestling.
And now we're talking.
Make a strength roll. You are still exhausted, so it's still at -2.
Okay, I mean that's a 20 then.
And I actually gotta grab my dice out so I can actually do some contested rolls. Yeah, that's an 8. You just kind of grab this weird like tentacle nose trunk. It doesn't feel like a hand to you. You can still feel like the snot dripping out of it.
Hey, you had the chair before I did, didn't you?
What chair?
What?
What chair before? What? What chair are you referring to?
I'm sorry, who are you? Am I holding rope? For the love of God, tell me it's rope I'm holding.
That's my nose.
Oh, your poor mother.
Hand fight from the little from the little kobold. As you don't have the same leverage as you normally do against someone pushing against it, because it doesn't feel like the the pressure is coming at a leverage as much as it is the entire weight of this nose, and you still push it all the way off the table and kind of almost flip the Loxodon out of the chair as you do so, breaking the stool he was sitting in.
Oh no, not again. That poor chair. This one was so young, so small, it had no chance to grow up.
As the rest of the party approaches the table where you're sitting.
Like, Bobo, Bobo,
Ah!
we need to go see a man about a dog.
Hey, Sneezy. That was a dog.
Yes, I found a mascot. We
I
need
love
you.
dogs.
Come.
I love dogs. Where's the dog? Just start
hell are you
stomping
Come on,
talking
I'll
around.
show you. It needs feeding.
Okay, here, Poochie, Poochie, Poochie.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Who?
Bobo.
It's a 12.
You manage to get to your feet, and about 2 steps in, the floor is starting to become the wall.
Oh, hey, that's weird. Who put this wall here?
It's like we'll take his winnings.
Yes. Handle the handler's fee. Come back tomorrow.
Is the dog behind the wall?
Can't you do your handler's fee now?
I see you, Poochie. I'm coming.
Process all the contributions.
Swear to God, if this next chest
It's
is locked, I'm gonna shove
I
it
don't
up your
want
ass.
anybody trying to find a way of slipping out some of the coin.
Hey, buddy. Are you the guy that was here last time?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Okay, because the last guy gave me a magically locked box, and if this one is locked when I get it, it's going right up your pee-pee hole.
How big is this kobold?
It's a small creature,
Ah.
so he's about 4.5 feet tall.
It's
Oh.
going in my brand new sack, and then I'm going to
what's
hand
going on?
my sack to the Myconid.
Make a you gotta make a grapple check for that.
Oh, come on, just allow it. It's funny.
So what?
It is funny, but I'm still gonna have that be the case.
What do I click?
Because this might spare David.
Might spare David. You're just gonna make a strength check.
Okay, strength check is 6.
Versus their dexterity check.
A dexterity check?
No, you're making a strength check versus their dexterity.
Oh, well, I got a 6.
I rolled a 3. No. All right. Yep. You scoop up this kobold.
You know
And
what?
the chest.
Since we're retconning Lily being here, can I retcon one thing that happened during the arm wrestling match before
Sure.
we actually locked hands? I was like, as soon as I grab it, I'm like, oh, it's that kind of match. And I go to stand up, get. No. Just use your arm. Use your arm. Okay, because I got to tell you, I think he's got me beat on that part.
Yes.
I wanted to throw that in there because I just thought of it. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. That many people you heard everyone in the bar go, no.
No, fine.
So the mushrooms got the goblin thingy.
Not everyone in the bar. There were some women in the back who started whistling at the thought of it, at the idea.
I'm sure there were some men.
Yeah, you scoop up this kobold who is now like, you throw the bag over him and lift him up, so now his feet are sticking out the top of the bag.
And then I wrap his feet along with the lip of the bag so he looks like a little kicky lollipop. And then I hand him over to the mushroom.
Why are you handing me this?
We'll have him do the counting in the room later. He can sort it out while we watch him. Now, come on, we gotta go get our pet.
I gotta get the puppy. Someone get this damn wall out of
We're
my way.
getting a pet?
It was cute. It's a little
I'm
skinny, but I
am
like
very
it.
scared.
You should be.
Oh, who's dragging me out of here?
Who has the
I might
strength
be
to
the only one
drag you
strong
out of
enough
there?
to do that.
I'm like,
Cast
hey
grease
guys,
on the floor and
Guys,
just start
yeah, I think
hitting him.
I think the wall's actually the floor. I don't feel nothing under my feet, man.
Bobo, you just feel your nose start scraping along what feels like wood as you get pulled out into out onto the sidewalk and onto the road, and now you're being dragged through gravel and dirt.
For the
But
love
he's
of God,
greasy.
for the love
He's
of God,
greasy, so it'll-
uppies.
Grease doesn't make it non-friction; it just makes it easier.
Ah,
I'm just throwing my arm up. Uppies,
Okay,
for the
which
love
one
of
of
God.
us? Okay, which one of us is the strongest aside from him?
you.
I got a strength 10.
I can grab a leg.
So
Really? I got a strength 12 plus 1.
Milo
I'm a
also has
noodle.
strength of 12. Mav's not here.
Pebble had a strength of 19 or 20.
Okay. Can I roll one more Constitution saving throw to see if I sober up enough to get on my feet?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's an 18. Can I stand up now?
Uh-oh.
You can stand up. Walking is difficult.
I'll take it. Just sit there as like,
You have
okay.
you have a rock
Oh.
stuck in your nose.
Hang on. Which nostril? Real quick. Be specific.
The left one.
Left one. Okay, everyone on this side of me, you might want to move.
About as fast as a bullet, a rock digs its way into the dirt and causes a little dirt puff.
Okay. Oh God, I feel like I look like Rudolph.
Uh,
I was
You think I'm the
promised.
only one tall enough to help keep him from falling over?
I was
Yes.
promised a puppy.
Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go.
So I'm holding on to this kobold, this tied up kobold, and I'm keeping Bobo from falling over.
As Habertu drags you to what looks like a hardware store, with pipe and wood and nails and a whole bunch of other metal and PVC and wooden objects in it, for
Oh, it's
crafting.
junkyard dog. Cool.
And you see a human male behind the counter look up from his desk and then immediately like start weeping into his hands as you guys walk in.
Where is it? Where? I think it's a Mexican hairless, but where did it go?
Here, puppy.
I didn't think you'd actually come back. I was really hoping you wouldn't. I cannot sell you my apprentice.
But
Never heard of that breed before.
You said you what?
I didn't think you were being serious. I thought it was just a friendly little joke.
We made a contract.
What?
Habertu,
No,
what did you do?
we did not. What?
The price was settled on.
I don't think he's happy to see us.
Contract.
I do not want to deal with the authorities on a slave contract of any kind.
I want to roll.
Slave? He's a pet.
I want to like walk up, put my hand on the countertop, just kind of slam it down, and get him to look at me. Can I roll for intimidation?
Absolutely.
Can I also roll to try and grab him before he gets the chance?
You can try to. You'd have to make a strength check against Bobo's 18.
Okay, that was a nat 1.
Yeah, but he's also drunk.
But you're holding a lollipop kobold.
I was like, that was a nat 1, so I'll just look at him. I feel like I'm.
Do you want me to hold the kobold?
No, that's not wrong. You gotta roll to confirm.
Oh yeah, wait, that's right.
Well, I rolled a 6 on my strength check, so
You missed
that idea.
entirely. You're holding a kobold. You don't have that's squirming. You don't have the ability to grab at Bobo at the same time.
I confirmed with a 17.
I have 4
Alright.
arms.
You slam your hand down on the table as you stumble forward. What do you say?
I'm like, I just like get right up into his face with like this dead serious look in my eye. I'm like, do you have a trash bin? I think I'm gonna throw up.
I don't feel so good.
I don't feel so good.
Fuck. Like immediately runs to grab one of the large buckets that they sell and like throws it at you.
Thank you, sir. No, just like throws it at me and just hits me. I just fall back
Yeah.
onto the floor. Thank you.
I was gonna say make a deck save, but that's even better.
Yeah, I'll take it, man.
Can I grab the money for the bucket out of his pocket?
Pay the man, please. He's not gonna want this back.
How
Yeah,
much
you
is the
can
bucket?
you can loot through the bucket. Tell you what, you take the bucket, you leave, and you don't come back to my shop. It's free.
It's very
What about
generous.
my
Good idea.
puppy?
And
No.
take him with you, pointing at Haberchew.
Okay, Haberchew. Okay, Haberchew. I think it's time for you to have a nap.
I just have the bucket in front of my head. I'm still on the floor. I'm just like worming my way out, like ass up, slide forward.
You see a half elf boy, no bigger than like his wrist in his around his waist. Come down. Boss, is there anything else I can help with?
There he is! Right at
I'm
it.
gonna try and grab Haberchew.
Make a strength.
There he is. I just stand straight up and spin around, puppy.
I rolled a
Wait a minute.
16.
That's not. Are you one of them furries?
That is enough to grab Haberchew.
And now I demonstrate my reptilian nature in the form of milk snake.
What?
Do you know how milk snakes got their name?
No.
Googling it.
Why do you
No,
have
Milkshakes got their
this
name
much-
because it was believed that they would sneak into barns and steal milk.
Yeah, but when you grab one, what do?
Squirm?
They shit.
All snakes do that.
No, not the chemical
I
warfare.
quickly drag him outside.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
What, me?
Everybody. No, not Haberchew.
Everybody else,
Everybody else.
Goddamn, yeah, they do.
What are we rolling?
Constitution saving throw. 17.
You can drag Haberchew out.
16.
You're okay.
But you're not doing it without getting splattered.
Yep, you are definitely getting covered in shit.
Yeah, we're gonna
Green,
drag him to a
smelly
hotel. Yeah, we're gonna drag him to an inn and then make him bathe.
I cannot roll today. Both the shopkeep and his apprentice start vomiting profusely.
Yeah, it's not.
Bobo, make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean,
at
to be
disadvantage.
fair, it's not green. It's kind of yellow.
Fair.
Before I leave, can I put my
Sorry.
5 gold coins on the counter
Wait.
as an I'm sorry for
Can
my
I-
friends?
You
Okay,
can.
so real quick. I have to roll Constitution
Yeah, my hand,
At
my hands
disadvantage,
were
yeah.
full.
at
You're already
disadvantage. Yeah, because I'm already drunk. Oh, cool. It gets worse. Let's see. Okay, so it's an 11 because the other one's like a 16.
Fair enough.
So at 11, I'm like, thank you for the book. It's
Exactly. It smells rancid in here. There are septic tanks that smell less, more pleasant than Haberchew does.
Were you looking for the word pungent?
No, pungent isn't a strong enough word.
I get flashbacks to a previous
Absolutely
life,
foul.
being
Don't
covered
forget
in
about
the
our
guts
kobold
of an
lollipop.
abyssal chicken. I don't remember it smelling this badly.
Well, I'm gonna make the elected decision that we're not suited for the silver lion or whatever the hell inn we were in. I'm gonna go to the Blackened Boar for tonight.
We're not suitable for general public interaction. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I assume we have a better chance of getting a room at the Blackened Boar.
I mean, you might. I'm not the one covered in shit.
I mean,
I already paid for our fucking rooms. Damn it.
So when we get
Technically,
to
you
where
didn't, since we only pay by night.
when we get there, I want
Oh,
you to
day,
chuck
sir.
me into the washroom with the kobold lollipop.
That he keeps calling it a lollipop. I'm going to interject and say, "Do it."
I feel like that would be too cruel, even for the shifty kobold.
Fuck him.
It's okay. Just trust me. Yo, whippersnappers, I got
mean-
this.
If you keep calling him a lollipop, I wonder if he has kids, because then he can be a blow pop.
Drake.
What's that even a drink for? Is this a bad joke?
Yes.
So I walk back. I drag Habertu back to the Blackened Boar. Or with these two. I'm assuming these two are trailing behind me.
Yeah, I'm not fighting anymore. I'm just dripping.
Well, it's up to Milo where they want to go, and Boba where he wants to go.
Upwind.
I mean, you can choose to walk the maybe 15 minutes it takes to get to the Blackened Boar, or 25 minutes it takes to get to the Silver Lining.
Or, in my still somewhat drunken gag.
I don't think they'll let us back in the silver lining.
As everybody goes that way, I walk out of the store going that way.
Sounds about right.
It's like, Milo, can you go, like, get money from him?
Just turns around from who?
Yeah, I can do that.
It's like, from who? Because it turns around, I'm just gone in the crowd.
Oh, it would part like the sea before you. You're coated.
What
in
crowd?
shit
There's
and
nobody
vomit.
here.
I'm not coated in shit. They're coated in shit. I was all the way.
You're covered in vomit.
Yeah, I'm in vomit.
Milo is the only one who is still somewhat clean.
And I am absolutely 100% done with everyone's shit today.
No, just Habertu's shit.
You just let me know when you've chucked me into the washroom with the kobold.
All right. As Habertu and Bella go to the Blackened Boar, Milo and Bobo, where are you guys going? Bobo, since you're walking the opposite direction, I'm assuming you're going to the Silver Lining.
Yes.
All right. Milo, where are you going?
I was gonna try and find Bobo, just so he wouldn't be alone in his drunken.
And also to get
Puke
some
fest.
also get some money from him.
Fair.
What am I, a sugar daddy?
Apparently.
You're the only one with money.
Habertu,
Well, I wouldn't be if somebody didn't trade the gems for a deck of cards.
in reality, Bella's the only one who's poor. Milo's poor too.
I haven't finished my character sheet.
Yes, but I did click your items for you by base, so you have the starting gold of nothing.
By the way,
I want my spoon.
I want to take a moment here to test our esteemed DM to see if he can figure out just what I've been working on building this whole time.
I'm terrified.
Based on the item I gave them, I don't think anyone's ever going to let me use this. But based on the item I gave them, guess which fictional character I recreated? Quarterstaff of the Acrobat.
Based on that alone,
Yeah.
My brain went jump to Sun Wukong, but I don't think that's it.
Goddamn,
Well,
you're quick, aren't you?
yeah, I was gonna say it's probably Sun Wukong because Popo's been having an obsession with Black Myth Wukong right now.
Oh God.
I'm currently obsessed with Lego Monkey Kid, so I can't
I
blame
know.
you.
You're not
Well, I mean,
wrong.
it can shrink down to 6 inches and kind of turn into a 10-foot pole. You can throw it and it returns to you.
Yeah, you're just Wukong.
Yeah.
So you're playing a Hadozi?
No,
Oh, okay.
because I don't have access. I'm playing. I only have access to the basic shit.
No, he's making his
He's
head
an
big.
Earth Genasi.
I was gonna say you can use my sharing is caring link to have access to all my books again.
Yeah, I might want to.
All right, just let me know.
But I figured since he was born from stone, Earth Genasi wouldn't be a bad choice to go with.
You could also go with a changeling since he's got the 72 faces.
Well, I gave him all this stuff to like let him change his appearance and shit like that.
Fair. Hadozi are the closest to monkey people.
Yeah.
Flying monkeys.
Apparently, you can have a monk and have them have the power to shapeshift.
Yeah, makes sense. Wukong shit.
Yeah.
Like my brain jumped between Sun Wukong, Donatello, and Robin.
Ooh, I should do the Ninja Turtles.
Like staff of acrobatics. The three fictional characters pop to mind that have staffs and do acrobatic things. And I couldn't say it before Bella came through with it.
Look, he made it look he's building a character based off of my current hyperfixation. So
All right. Anyways, as you guys go to your respective bars, Bella, you're informed that a stay in one of the rooms for the night at the Blackened Boar will cost you 1 gold piece per room. There's no option for an upgrade for breakfast in the morning. You gotta pay for that separately, regardless. No, there's no dinner. There's no nothing. You get the room. That's it. The rooms all only have 1 bed.
So instead, I'm gonna go take advantage of their washrooms that I'm assuming they have.
There is a bathroom. There is a couple bathrooms. The wash is a bucket with a pump.
Is it in an enclosed area?
Yes.
Perfect.
No.
It's in a publicly enclosed area.
But it's closed off.
Yes. You can close a door. People can't see, but they can walk in technically. There's no lock.
Chuck us in there.
You good, Bella?
Yeah, hold on, my cat's having shenanigans. Put them in the pantry.
All right. In the meantime, Milo and Bobo, you make
Okay.
it back to the Silver Lining, and you get greeted by the same concierge. Ah, welcome to see. Oh my goodness, are you all right, sir?
Had a little too much fun today. I am doing better. I got a free bucket. And somehow, as I turn it over, nothing comes out, and somehow managed to completely miss.
There's a trail leading from where you were.
Yeah.
Very good, sir. Would you be interested in your same rooms again today?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling they're not here now. They went to the other bar. The other
Yes.
section. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling they're gonna come back. So we'll go ahead and pay for them.
Very good, sir. Are you interested in the dinner as well tonight?
You know a guy.
Absolutely.
You know.
Wonderful. I'll have you jotted down for your rooms again. They have just been finished cleaning, and we have not rented them out yet. You're free to head up there at any point, and please do take advantage of the amenities and to clean yourself up.
Absolutely. What direction is that?
It is up the stairs, sir. It's the first doors on your left and right.
Got it. Sorry, I'm still a little backwards.
And that's 16 gold pieces.
Understood.
This man has more gold than we know what to do with.
I mean, I know what I'm gonna do with it.
Drink.
No. I'm gonna find a vendor that has the belt you should have given me, you bastard.
You don't like the belt I gave you?
It's fine, but it does give me a beard.
The other belt gives you a beard as well. It's the fact that this belt gives you more benefit. This belt gives you resistance to poison on top of that and dark vision.
Did you take the gold?
Yeah, I'm taking that now.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, this belt, yeah, your constitution is increased. You have charisma with dwarves and shit. You have dark vision. You have resistance. It does a lot more things than the belt of hill giant strength does.
Well, the belt of hill giant strength raises my strength up to 21.
On the floor.
Fair. This one doesn't really affect your strength.
It makes me a little stronger.
I figured you wouldn't need the build hill giant strength since it's only a 2-point difference versus actually messing with your constitution.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be able to take more hits. I have a feeling I'm going to be put in the front lines when we actually get to combat.
Fair enough. With that, Bella and Habichu, are you staying at the Blackened Boar?
No, but
That
I am going to
depends on
huck him
how
into
this
the
is-
washroom.
Yeah, this depends on how this turns out.
It's like I'm not committed to staying there yet, but I'm going to go use the washroom.
Fair enough. What are
I'm
you?
going to huck.
What are you looking to do, Habichu?
Well,
Oh.
I still have a grip on him, so kind of can't do anything until I let go of him.
Oh no, we had. I thought he had you throw him into the washroom already. That was what happened before I switched over to Bobo and Milo.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I chuck him in there, and because I'm just done with this, and I want to clean myself up, I also huck in the kobold.
Good.
Okay. So I undo the thing and I let the kobold out of the bag, but I'm between him and the door. And and I immediately try friendship. Cantrip.
All right. So let me double check the spell. Since friendship towards one creature, there must see wisdom. Target automatic sees if it isn't humanoid, it is humanoid. If you're fighting it, or if you cast this spell on it within the past 24 hours, you're not technically fighting it. All right, I'll make the wisdom saving throw. Does a 13 succeed?
How do I know if it succeeds?
It will be whatever your save DC is on your character sheet for your spells.
Spells. Save DC is 13.
All right, so then he does succeed. It's a meter beat system.
Okay. Then I just simply say, look here, you little penguin. You can either trust us to divvy things out properly, or I'll let you leave with your chest after you wash me yoo-hoo.
You're what?
Well, I'm a little dirty, can't you see? I could use a good scrub down, Japanese style, if you please.
You know what? I think that your math might be a little bit better than mine. I just have a simple 10% handler's fee.
That will be yours if the math is already done in your head. Why don't you take that now?
Good point. He flips open the lid of the chest, grabs a handful and coins, like drops them into his hand, throws two of them into the chest. He goes, "That should be about good."
Excellent. Pleasure. And I step out of the way.
He just kind of like tries to push through the door and scurry past you, leaving the chest on the ground open.
All right. At a glance, how much is in there?
About 300 gold pieces.
Okay. Click. And I just...
Of course, I'm outside waiting my turn for the washroom.
Did you close it?
Yes, I just did.
All
God
right.
damn it! Now
All
we
right.
can't use any
Fair
of the gold.
Luckily, I have the spell.
Luckily.
So that's put away, and I'm just going to start happily washing up.
All right, fair enough. Just a reminder for the spellcasters, you can also cast Prestidigitation on yourselves to clean yourselves.
I don't have Prestidigitation set though.
Yes, you do.
I do.
It's one of your cantrips.
I don't think I have it set though. I've got Firebolt, Friends, and Mage Hand.
And Prestidigitation and Toll the Dead.
Oh, I can. I don't have to have those.
Your cantrips are always prepared.
Oh, all of them.
All your cantrips are always prepared. If you're looking at your spell
Oh.
list, like on your character sheet, it only will show you what's prepared.
Oh, then I don't. But it's not on my prepared spells.
It shows it there for me.
Maybe I should. Should I click no? Because cantrips 3, prepared spells 6.
Yes. So hang on one sec. Again, your cantrips are a different set. You have where did you get that from? Trying to find where you got those cantrips from.
Are you looking at the right character sheet?
I was, yeah. It was showing Prestidigitation on your thing for me.
Because I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cantrips.
Legacy one for some reason.
So I have 5 cantrips at my disposal at all times.
It looks like that. I'm trying to find where you're getting. Oh, Magic Initiate Wizard. That's where you got it from. Your feat Magic Initiate Wizard, where you just took more wizard spells. You took Prestidigitation and Toll the Dead as those spells.
Okay, I don't know why I can't see them. Well, then, yeah, I'd have just Prestidigitation myself the moment the little rat left.
Yeah, you can clean or soil instantly 1 cubic foot.
Oh, well, that would take a minute for me.
Yeah, it's an action. So it just takes a handful of Prestidigitations to clean yourself top to bottom. Like
Okay,
3.
well, I'm all clean now, and I got a box that I have locked shut.
5 use. Yep. The box is now
I'm gonna
securely
request
locked.
that he does that to me. That he does that to me too to make up for it.
Huh? Okay, I pressed the digit. Press the digit. Fuck you. Whatever. You're all clean now.
Wait, with that hand gesture too, it's just like
Okay, go fuck yourself.
you're violating the mushroom.
All right.
Now,
So you're gonna head back to the Silver Lining after that.
yes, I need a long, hard rest and a hot meal. And
As you make it back to the Silver Lining, Bobo is already passed out in one of the bedrooms.
Love it.
Milo is currently looking through their spell book to reassign new spells. Food has already been brought up for you. It's a small hen roast dinner with mashed potatoes, gravy, and mushrooms.
I'm gonna ask my cousin, hey, could you knock this open? Pay you 10 gold?
Milo.
Yes, I can.
Yay!
I think I deserve a cut of that.
So
So she knocks it open. I pay her 10.
yep.
I pay her 10 for shitting on her like a milk snake. So that's 280 into mine. And I'm going to put that into my backpack, but I'm going to put the sack through the lid so that it can't lock.
All right. So as knock is cast on the box, a very loud booming knock sound goes as the lid flies open backwards for you to access the gold inside. You are able to divvy it out, even as you said to everybody. The box itself won't close anymore. Knock is an aggressive spell. So you don't have to worry about it not locking closed. It won't close.
Damn. I had plans for that thing.
I'm
well.
sure you did.
You just get it
So
re-enchanted.
it's busted. It won't close, period.
The hinge is basically stuck in place, open. You can go find a crafter of some kind to a toolsmith to repair it.
Will it be magical if they repair it?
Potentially, depends on the smith. If you were to cast the mending spell on it, it would not be.
Okay, well, I'm going to tuck that away and hold on to it for a while because I still have.
Yeah, if you still want it to be enchanted, I'm the wrong person to go to fix it.
With that, you all are able to take a long rest finally. It has been an eventful day of finding shit and just in general craziness. And it's only 5 p.m., which is the perfect time for Habichu to go to bed.
But I finally have enough to buy the puppy.
Finding shit and Habichu taking shit.
It's like if he actually says that, I said no. Like I loudly, telepathically shout into his mind, no.
Oh yeah, that's a great thing. Habichu, you should never have an issue hearing what Bella has to say because Bella speaks telepathically.
Oh, well, there's that.
I don't have a
So-
mouth.
So this whole time you're waving your clubby stumps at me trying to sign language.
I love the idea that even in your own head, you can't make out what you're thinking, let alone what other people are saying in your head.
So I've
So
learned to just
hand
I've learned to
motions
just
make more
sign
sense.
at him just to be sure he understands me.
Yeah. It's kind of like having to watch a show with subtitles on.
You leave me alone.
With that, we will be bringing the session to an end, and hopefully you all will join us next week for session 4 of Quest for the Dawn Star, where who knows what crazy shenanigans are going to happen as the party has more money than they know what to do with at this moment, and less brain cells.
Far less.
Far less.
Are we clear? Penis, penis, penis.
We are not clear yet. In fact, we actually Knight let me know that we all have to leave the call. I let him know that the stream's that we're done with the game, so he will close it off when he gets the chance.
Penis, penis, penis. Penis, penis.
Please don't get us banned from Twitch.
And nice.
Every night.
Panunu.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you everybody
All
for watching.
Bye.
Nighty night.
Out to the end.
Bye.
No,